Hello, everybody. YouTube, how we doing? I see Rufus is here already. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'll give it a couple minutes for everybody to jump on board, whoever wants to get on and check it out. And then we will get started. Let's get some things organized here. I'm excited tonight. I got a new setup here so I can see comments a lot better. For you people who are already here, I'll give you a little show what I got going on here. I put you on a TV here so I could see the comments. Otherwise, I'm like, what'd you say? Who's there? So I might be looking away from you a little bit, but I'm actually looking at your comments a little bit there. So being able to see what's going on the screen. Can you guys hear me good? Give me a thumbs up or yes if you can hear me. Lotus, how you doing? Mr. Twister, nice to see you. Robert, Adam. Yes, you guys can hear me good. Sounds good. Awesome, perfect. Well, tonight, which I'm sure you guys saw in the description, I am going to install a communication system on a helmet. Matt, what's going on? How we doing? Sounds good, good. And I'm going to show you guys how I do it. It's not too bad. Some of you may have already done it, but I'm going to do it tonight. I figured it'd be a good thing to do while hanging out and talking. I'm excited to do some tree talking, talk to some other tree guys and gals, and talk about the fun things that are coming this summer and things we've done. And for anybody who might be new in the industry, this is a great time to answer some questions for you. I get people messaging me sometimes, so it's a good time to ask your questions while we're live here. Hey, the whole family's here. Scott, how you doing? Judah, Jace, how you doing? Holly, Scott. So we'll dive in here. I'll give a couple more minutes before I actually start into the helmet here. So if anybody else wants to jump on, they can kind of get a view of it. But we'll talk about it. We'll go over it. Jeanette, how you doing? Kyle, how much do I plan to make this year, Kyle? As much as I can. As much as I can. I don't like to talk about money too much on the internet because, well, for obvious reasons. Kevin, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm looking away from you guys, so if you guys are just getting in here, I actually have a TV screen set up so I can read your comments. It's so much easier than trying to look down at my laptop, which is really, really hard to see the comments. So this way I can actually get a good look at them, which is really cool. Tim, how you doing? Good to see you. Sounds good. All right, so I'll jump into the headset, into the helmet here. All right, so what I have here, make sure you guys can actually see what's going on. We've got a Husqvarna helmet. They sent this out to me. We'll try it out. Looks pretty sweet. I like the color scheme. There it is. There's a look for you. Okay, we are going to install some communications on there. So I'm going to be able to hear Greg more, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So I'm sure you guys have seen what we use. Right now we actually have Tough Talks. Yeah, it's a Cena, Tim. It's Cena. Yeah, these are Cena headsets. We had Tough Talk, which is also by Cena. Sorry, I'll get you up a little bit there. But these are the SMH 10s. SMH 10. Which that's backwards for you. But here's a look at it. So this is like the power pack and the receiver for it. And then we're going to show you how to install the speakers and all that goodness. Joe, do I know how to use any 10 codes? I don't. I'm not sure. Not going to lie. Is that military or something? I'm not sure. Like 10-4, is that what you mean? I know 10-4. Okay, yeah, see, I don't know that, yeah. Yeah, Tim. Communications are bigly important in this industry, if you ask me. They've changed the game for sure. Makes you very much more professional. If you're not using them, you should. I know it's a little costly. I remember when we first got our first set, it was like $300 or $400 for a pair of them, and we were like, "Oh my goodness, how can we afford this?" But really, honestly, it's a game changer. It will make you so much more efficient. Not to mention safe. That job, I don't know if you guys watched that video I just put out, doing those trees on the hillside. That was a super sketchy job. Without headsets, without communications, that probably would have been about impossible. I mean, very, very much needed that there. So, all right. So we got the hearing protection also from Husqvarna. Earmuffs. We're gonna use these guys. Apex Tree Service. Do you know if any all of the models link from one model to the next? Yeah, they will link together. Different Cenas will link with different Cenas. Some don't have music sharing. This one has music sharing. You wouldn't think that's a big deal, but we really like to listen to music. So music sharing is good. This one has it. I really like these from the past. I'll talk about the pros and cons from them, but these are pretty good. Let me hop into popping this off here. So when you get a new helmet, especially these helmets, you gotta pop these little tabs out. We'll do that. Jeanette, like that video? Thank you. The video didn't do it justice how steep that grade was. It was super sketchy, especially the second drop. Really didn't like that. And we were using that winch, and that was the first time we used that winch for like actually pulling trees that really like needed pulled. There's not a whole lot, like we try to avoid the if it doesn't like this needs to go right or else kind of moments in tree work. We try to avoid those moments by putting in like backup plans and really avoiding that, like catastrophic failure if your only plan doesn't work. But in this case, there wasn't a lot of options, so I was being very cautious. Greg and I were, but it worked out. It was a fun video to make too. I made it a little bit longer to see what that was like. I usually make them shorter videos, but I made that one a little bit longer. So right now I'm just installing the connectors for the earmuffs first. So that's the first thing you gotta do if you're starting with a new helmet. If you're not, you won't have to go through all this, but I am, which this can be a very, very tricky part, to which I need a Phillips, and I don't have, so I'll catch up on some comments. 1017, send it. Love it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm that second one over the highway. Oof. You like that portable winch, Robert? Yeah, it's really good, actually. It has really good applications, in my opinion. I'm really starting to like it. We found some really good uses to it. We didn't take our skid steer to a job, blow over a pine tree the other day, and we just used that. We just hooked it up to the back of the chipper, pulled the tree right over to the chipper. We have a 20-inch chipper, so it was really nice just to be able to pull it right over without cutting it all up. Sean, how you doing? Let me grab a screwdriver. I'll be right back. I just need to get a quick Phillips. Sorry, I thought I had everything here, but apparently I don't. But it's just right over there, so I'll be right back. All right, I got it. This is super tricky and kind of annoying to do this, but we'll make it work. Oh, does she like that portable winch? You need one? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we actually did a job and we were able to bid the cost of it in and just, explain to the customer that that's what it would take. Otherwise, it was going to be a lot more just to choose a different option, and she was fine with that. So we kind of bid it in for a day, and then just a little bit more for working, for the rate or whatever. And it worked out really good for the customer and us, so we were able to get that tool and use it. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but if you're kind of at that stage in the game for you, you can make it happen. Being case, hey Joe, do you climb lines with just a lanyard and spurs, or do you try to rope up the tree first? I'm a new climber and tried to just with lanyard, but did not feel comfortable. Thanks a lot. Yeah, when you're new, if you don't feel comfortable, you can definitely set a line above you, and then spike up the tree with your flip line. Yeah, I definitely did that when I first started. I definitely know the feeling of not feeling comfortable just climbing up on a flip line. Do I do it all the time? No, unless if it's a removal, I'm probably spiking up, unless it's like a huge diameter tree where using your flip line and climbing up is actually a lot harder, or if there's just a lot of stuff in the way. But most of the time, I'll spike up first, go up, tie, and then come down and start working, depending on the tree. Every tree's different, but when you're new, I can definitely see why you would want to tie in above you. It definitely gives you a little bit more, makes you feel a little better. Hey, little warning too, it's storming here, so if I get cut off, that's why. But yeah, that's how I would do it. I definitely did, Pete. Definitely did tie in above myself when I first started, just to get comfortable, especially if you're starting off spiking and you don't maybe you're bending your knees more and you just don't feel super stable and you're just not used to it. It gives you peace of mind. I love having a tie in above me. So yeah, don't be afraid to do that. It takes a little bit more time, but when you're learning, it's okay. Pines, yeah. Pines are different because unless you're doing SRT, you're going to have to just straight up go up with 2 lanyards. What you can do though is, like I use the ART rope guide. If you feel super uncomfortable, like I'll take something that I can tie onto the spar with, so I can sit down every once in a while and rest if you're not used to it. So don't be afraid to do that. You can do that with rings, which I showed you on a video, so you can check that out. Clean shaven, but you look like you're 14. I know. I knocked years off. I know. My wife forced me to shave, so I get more respect whenever I don't shave. Can I do an equipment setup video? Sure, I can do that if it's someday. Give me an idea of what you're looking for. Is a portable winch better than a Lewis winch? I'm not sure with the Lewis winch, to be honest. Yeah, you can definitely use a GRCS block and redirect. I don't have a GRCS, so I won't be able to do that. Pete, no problem. You're welcome. That's why I like to do these live videos. It's just a good opportunity to answer these questions now. It's hard to answer questions during the week, especially during family time. I don't mind. I try to, but this is actually a great opportunity for anybody new who wants to ask some questions. Not that I know everything, but there's probably somebody on here who could answer some questions and at least give you some advice. Let's see here. Yeah, double wrap your lanyard. Yeah, that's great, Sean. That's good advice. Double wrap your lanyard. If you're climbing on a single spar and you feel nervous, you can wrap your lanyard once around a tree. So take it around once. It gives you a lot more stability. And if you fall, you can catch yourself. What's up, buddy? I'm making a video. You want to come? Yeah, come say hi. Yeah, come say hi. My son has discovered that I'm down here doing this. Hey. Matthew, it's going good. Can we come out? This is my son, Jonah. Say hi, buddy. Hi. Look at the camera down here. Hi. Say hi, Treeple. Hi. Say Treeple. Hi, Treeple. These are all the tree people. We're having a good time. I'm not getting very far in my installation yet, but we're working on it. We're talking, having fun. Yeah. All right, you're going to go back upstairs, though, okay? Because I'm working. Okay? Love you. Okay, so let's get to the headsets here. So now we got our. Hold on, let me take him upstairs. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. All right, so got the mounts put on. We're going to put the earmuffs on now. We can do that. I haven't used these ones yet, so we'll see how they work. So there we go. We got those on there. Catch up on some. Jeanette, you're freezing in England. Sorry about that. Choose the right gas lengths. Yeah, that's true. Lotus, good point. I have basic set of Klein spurs and need more comfortable pads. Any suggestions? Yeah, I use the Big Buck wrap pads. I like the Velcro. They're extremely wide, so they give you a really good. They spread the pressure out, so I would recommend the Big Buck wrap pads. Kyle, I'm giving away the helmet after, right? I wish, honestly, I would actually give stuff away on my channel, but there's like regulations. You can't even swim in a pond anymore. There's so many regulations. Can't sneeze. All right, so let's get back to this. So we got the earmuffs on. Let's get the system out. So it's going to come like this. It's going to have, so if you do purchase one of these, get the one without the attached. So sometimes they come attached to it. You want to get an external one. So what we're going to do is take the, make sure you guys can see what's going on here. I'm going to take it off my face here and just let you guys see what's going on. Going to get the wires untangled here. This is one thing I don't like about this system. The wires are really thin, and you're going to notice that that's what's going to give out on you first over time. So these wires will wear out and just get beat up, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Get you back up here. All right, so we're going to attach this on the back. That's where I put it, right in the back here. It fits well. This is basically a cask helmet, so that's what you got here. So you got some Allen key screws back here, so we're going to take those off or loosen them up. Move this so you can see. So we're going to back these out. Basically what that does is open this up here, and that's just going to be a pressure clamp to hold it on for you. Point you down so you can see what's going on. We're going to slip this down over the back, and depending on the type of helmet that you're using will depend on how much you'll loosen that up or whatever. So we'll slide that down over top like this, kind of center it up, and then we're going to tighten up these screws. Sean, Sunday fun day. That's right. Definitely get integrated and not tough talks too. I agree. Totally agree. All right, so we're going to tighten this down nice and good. Tight, but not too tight. Tighter than tight. That's what my dad always used to say. Tight, but not tighter. Okay, so you got a short one and a long one. And then you have your microphone cable. So you got 3 cables coming out of here. So you want to take the short one to your left earmuff because it's pointing that way. So you want to take that over here. So that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, so this is where it's going to we're going to do some things to make it more compact. What we want to do is pop the, I don't know if these ones actually pop out of here. I'll have to see if I can. I never used these type of earmuffs, so I'm not sure how they. Maybe if you turn them sideways, that's how they pop out of here. My lights are flickering. I might lose you guys. If I do, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, where's the chips? Good point. I gotta get this. Actually, I have Pop-Tarts today. Let me pop this out here. So what we're trying to do is get the muff off because we're gonna drill holes to place the cables in so they're not hanging out, getting hung up on everything, because that's what we want to avoid. Okay, so that's not gonna come out of there like that. So we're probably gonna have to do some ingenuity here. I don't want to break it. Like I said, I never used these ones before, so I'm not sure what the proper. Maybe I'll just leave them on. Okay, so you basically have two options when you put this microphone in here, or speaker. I'm sorry, speaker. You can either put it on the outside of the. So you got foam, which is where you're going to be, or you can put it behind the foam. The advantage of putting it behind the foam is you're going to not feel it on your ear. The disadvantage is you're going to lose a little bit of the hearing of the sound. It's going to obviously muffle it. But these things are really loud, so I really don't think it'd probably be an issue. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to go for comfort. You can always change it up too. It's not a huge deal. But here's basically what we want to do. We need to put a notch in here to make a spot for this wire. We don't want to make it too big. We don't want to make it too small. We just want to make it the right size so the wire fits in there and it's nice and compact. So we're going to do that next. All right. You guys are asking for snacks. We got some Pop-Tarts here. We're going old school Pop-Tarts here. Why? Because it's what I had. It's all I had time to get. Matt's down. Brought my own. Can't wait. I'm eating some Krispy Kreme right now. Very nice. Good stuff. I'm eating Chinese food. Rufus, I'm jealous. That's good stuff. I brought snacks and drinks. Do not love it. I just had Italian meatloaf. Nice. Pop-Tart. These are s'mores. It's summertime, baby. S'mores flavored. Evan, how's it going? Let us continue. So these have Velcro backings to them, these speakers. And that's what we're going to use. So they come with some really not so impressive Velcro, which is here somewhere. Or maybe I threw it away. But I brought some of my own because it's not so impressive. This is a new bag. I'm going to open this up. Hey, and if any of you guys saw my ad for today's live video, I spelled helmet wrong, which you probably noticed. But it was like midnight, and I was getting tired, so sorry about that. But anyways, here's what they send with you. It's kind of this thin Velcro. It's not very good at all. So I'm going to use my own. If I still have some. Yes, right here. This is a little heavier duty stuff that I got. Oh, how you doing? Why not Frosted Flakes? It's a great question. I'll consider it for next time. All right. So we're going to put some Velcro in here. So I got to put this so it works. And then we will install it. So we got sticky back. We're going to take that off of there. Maybe. Greg Siler, are those s'mores Pop-Tarts? They are. They are s'mores. You're killing me, Smalls. You should know that. S'mores. So we'll throw some Velcro in the back here so you can see this here. Let's point you down. So we're going to put some in the back. put it sideways. We'll see how that works out. Okay. So what I have here is a Dremel. So we're going to Dremel out a little notch for the wire. Let's do that next. You just kind of want to pick a spot that looks like it might work good. It's going to kind of lay in there like that. We're just going to Dremel out a little piece. Let me grab some safety glasses and we'll get started. There we go. We got some safety glasses. So let's Dremel this out. I'll put you down a little bit here so you can see what's going on. We just want to drill just a nice little notch there. See if that works. Might take a while. Depending on the type of muff system you're using, you might have to do more or less. And how it connects, really. I think that looks like that's going to work good. All right, so that looks like it's going to work good. So we're going to do that. Let's see if we can't stuff this guy in here. So now we're adding a speaker, so it might be a little bit more of a challenge to shove it in there and get this thing to close, but I think it'll be worth it to put it behind it, so we'll give it a try. There she be. So the only thing is you want to make sure that you actually have enough space in there where you're not pinching the line, which it looks like I might just be barely pinching it, so I might just take a little bit more out of there. So we don't want to cause that to be a wear point. Don't get plastic shavings on your Pop-Tart. That is phenomenal advice, Adam. Thank you very much for that. I will continue to monitor my Pop-Tart issues there. Hey, if you guys are just on here and you didn't hear this earlier, I have a screen up right here that's pushing up your comments so I can actually see them. If not, I got to read them down here, and then I'm like up in your face. So if I'm looking away from you, that's why. Greg says he's on his way. Great. Jason, good to see you. Yeah, Evan, tornado warning, east warning. So that means there actually might be a tornado in east side PA, right? Outside. Hey, when he calls me, he calls me. Matt Stone. Let's see. Live in Scranton. Plastic surgery. It's true, Sean. It's true. Getting snow. Oh, we can't be doing that in Wisconsin. Not good. Yeah, Rufus, it is a nice summon. I mean, it's cool looking. So we'll see how it performs. Pencil. Can the portable winch manage line tension without glazing the rope? For example, can the winch operator maintain preload on a pull line in a treetop while the cut is being made? Yes and no. It's a continuous. The one I have is continuous. The capstan drum, it's continuous. It keeps spinning. Okay, so it's either pulling it or it's not. That's how it goes. But you can add a Prosix to the system. So when you go to pull a tree, you can pre-tension it. So you winch it. The Prosix will be minded, and then when you let it loose, the Prosix holds the weight. So that's all you have to do. You have to integrate a Prosix to hold it. Will it glaze the rope? It can if you keep letting it spin. All right. Sean, are you asking what other revenue sources we have? If you're asking that, just give me a yes. So let me grind this down a little bit more. That's all we need. You got some little shavings in there. We want to get those out. We don't want those causing problems with your cord. All right, so let's put this guy back in here. Snap that thing. I'll tell you what, these videos, like going live, like we're 30 minutes in. I feel like I've been doing this for 5 minutes. It's crazy. Do the wires ever get annoying with the Cenas when you're working, and also the Tough Dogs suck? Yes. Second part of that, yes. Tough Dogs are not very tough. I hate to be critical, but they did not hold up at all. So, do the wires get annoying? Yeah, they can. They can get annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But if you set it up this way, this is supposed to reduce it. That's why I'm doing this to help reduce the annoyance. And we're gonna tape these in. You're gonna see kind of how that's gonna play out. Is that the same glass of water you need a beer? But yes, it is. But look at this. Look at it. I got a double. Where's it at? I came prepared. I couldn't find a big glass, so I got 2 smalls. Adapt and overcome. It's true life way right there. Okay, moving on. So that actually went really smooth. I mean, there it is. That's the finished product on one side. For the speakerphone. Now what we want to do is pop this off and go repeat here. All right, so we're gonna pop this out. Same thing. Let's get some Velcro. Where you at? Where's Velcro? There she is. Gonna get a little small piece here, put in there. All right, here we go. Let's repeat this again. Put the Velcro inside there. Like I said, it comes with Velcro, and you can use it, but I like to use something a little heavier duty. There we go, Velcro's in. Now we're gonna cut our little notch. I angle it a little bit back towards the headset so it's not coming straight up and out. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just we're just getting a notch in there to get the wire to go in there where we want it. Here we go. It's important whenever you put this in here. This might be a given, but if it's important to kind of face it towards the cut. If you have it twisted, it could kink the line and cause issues. That's what's going to be your biggest issue with these. Is the wires breaking, just because they're so small. I mean, this wasn't really made for our industry. This is more for motorcycles, and they're not near moving like we are. So we're kind of putting them to the test here a little bit here. So let's connect in the earmuff. Submit. There we go. All right. Let's read some comments real quick. Take a little second to read some comments. Any advice, Adam? Any advice for Greenie on how to make the most out of a rec climb or smaller prune removals when trying to get more comfortable, skilled as a climber? Always want to stay safe but keep progressing. So, any advice for the Greenie who wants to make the most out of a rec climb? Yeah, we talked about earlier about on removals tying in above yourself. gives you a little bit more, makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, more secure. So when you're running spikes or whatever, you feel like you might get away with a mistake or a kick out. Kick outs aren't as bad as you think. I mean, if you're climbing on spurs, you're going to kick out. It's just going to happen. Um, but it's not a big deal. I know it's nerve wracking or whatever, but it's not a huge deal. When it comes to climbing for a new climber, just learning to trust your gear and understand what your gear can really do and what it's made for, and inspecting it, that's going to give you some peace of mind. Understanding and learning about your gear and learning to trust it is going to be everything for your peace of mind. Double checking everything when you do it, but not to be too afraid. There was actually times when I was starting climbing. I don't know everything. Just repeat that, in case anybody's wondering. I don't know everything. So if, other people can answer questions too. But I know when I started climbing, I actually messed myself up more with trying to overdo my safety. I was tying in 3 times and just reducing my ability to move safely through the tree. So it caused issues. But just learning to trust the gear that you're using and understand its capabilities, and just over time doing it, you'll get more comfortable. It really comes down to that. Having a mentor, somebody who does climb too, helps. But trusting your gear, knowing it, knowing trees, learning about trees, what type of tree you're in, all those factors help. Learn. One thing I heard somebody say, and it kind of stuck in my mind as a climber. I heard a guy say, wood is strong. So you can trust it a lot of times. I mean, what I always say, like, people say, oh, you tie in, you climb all the way up there, you can climb that high in the tree. What I do is I go over, pick up a stick off the ground, just a small little whip or sapling, a live one. I say, here, can you break this in half for me? And they try. It's just a little stick like this. They try to break it, and they can't because wood is very strong. So understanding the type of wood and the things that go into that will make a big difference. Jeanette, thank you. Great pictures on your Instagram. I appreciate that. I'm new to Instagram, so I'm trying to figure that out. Appreciate it, though. Thanks for the feedback. Greg Seiler, Joe, I spray painted the MT85 pink. Hope you don't mind. Hey, let's go for it. I'm all for something new. As long as it's lifting up logs, I'm happy. What's on the job order for tomorrow? It's going to be wet around here in New Hampshire most of the day. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be working on some oaks. Sean did some sycamore. Kevin, you like the sweatshirt? Thanks. Yeah, these are comfortable. These are nice. We got these made for the business. They're nice. I like this one. Adam, no problem. You're welcome. Did I tell the Groundhog Story, Greg? No, I didn't. I'll tell that tonight. That's a good one. What's your channel on Instagram, Jason? It's Joe Bisping Arborist. Yeah, if you guys are on Instagram, look me up. All right, so we got this one in. Can you see this? So we got both of these in now. And then you have this cord for a microphone. Now, I thought this was pretty cool. We didn't have this before, but they have it now. And we started on Greg's, and it seemed to work pretty good. There's 2 different types of mics that comes with this. And I'm going to try this because if it works, I'm going to be pumped. So you got this like boom mic or whatever, where typically, you'll put some Velcro in there and let it hang down. I'm sure you guys have seen these. But they get super annoying because this Velcro, they just flop around. But they have this like little tiny mic that you can kind of sneak up into there. And it's made for like motorcycles. But we threw one on Greg's headset the other day, and it was pretty good. I mean, it picked up some wind and stuff, but I'm going to have a visor on this, and I put it under the rim right here, and I think it's going to work pretty good. So we're going to go with that tonight and see how that pans out. So I'm going to pan you up here a little bit so so I'm not all alone. So I'm going to connect the wires. Jason, I just saw that. I saw what you did on Instagram there. Thanks, man. It's popped up on my phone. All right, so you want to just connect these wires. There we go. Push it down here. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to feed this up through here. And then, let's see here. So I need to get some Velcro. So we got Velcro on the back of this. It comes with Velcro on it. So we're going to get another piece of fuzzy Velcro and attach it on there. Get a piece of this. Just getting this Velcro cut up here. There we go. Got a piece of Velcro. We are ready. All right, so I'll tell you this story real quick. Greg Seiler wants me to tell you the Groundhog Story. So one day, me and Greg, we're cutting trees. We're in a field, okay? Trimming trees. Big, massive, open, big field. You're not going to believe this. Did you know groundhogs can climb trees? It's true, though. So anyways, Greg and I cutting trees up. Okay, we got a bunch of brush on the ground. And we're like revving saws. I mean, we are cutting. And all of a sudden, up over this hill, over the crest of the hill, we see the groundhog coming. I'm like, Greg, there's a groundhog out there. It's like, yeah, man, I see that. Yeah. It's like, hey, man, it's getting pretty close to us. Like, that's a pretty brave groundhog. This groundhog chased us. Okay, it was not afraid of us at all. I'm not sure it had rabies or what. It was offended. I don't know if he lived in the tree. I'm not sure all the time. He literally chased us. Like, we had to stop working. It would not, like, I had to run. I had a chainsaw running in my hand, and he was chasing me down. So, they might look innocent, but let me tell you, Groundhog Phil, he's playing you. They can do. They're smart. Okay, they're smart. I'm not trimming oaks. We're removing them. But I agree. Don't trim oaks this time of year. Rabies could have been rabies. I'm serious. It was something because he was not happy. He was after us. All right. So see what I did here. So you got the brim. I just stuck this little microphone right up inside here. It worked on Greg, so we're gonna give it a try. I mean, that's revolutionary if this really works for these headsets. I mean, that's so annoying. Talk about like super integrated. So when I tape this stuff in here, which I'm about to do, I mean, this is gonna be some serious streamline right here. I like it. I like it a lot. Hugo, you want the hoodie? I was thinking about doing some merchandise for YouTube, but I need to come up with like something. Can't just I said average Joe arborist, but that wasn't a hit, so I got to come up with something else. Hey, listen, if somebody comes up with a good, I'm not sure I'm even allowed to say this, but if somebody comes up with a good slogan for me for YouTube, I'll make shirts and I'll send you one. And if I'm in jail next week for saying that, you'll know what happened. All right, so now I'm taping. Let me hook you up. I'm taping this. I'm using black tape, some good electrical black tape, to kind of tape these wires in here, nice and flat, so they don't stick out. That's important. So you don't want to have wires sticking out. So something cool that's kind of on the radar. I ordered a new camera for doing YouTube videos, so we'll see how that does. It should be a little bit better than what I'm using now. It's not gonna be great or anything. It's just I think it's gonna be a little bit better than what I have now. So that's cool. Josh, good deal. Hey, God bless you too, man. Have fun out there doing a hike and looking for some antlers. Um, so I wish I had hoodies to send you guys, to be honest. Hey, did you guys ever hear a super chat? If you have, it's just a way if you guys want. I mean, you don't have to or whatever, but if you like the channel and you want to support and just kind of help um, produce videos and stuff, it's just a way to support the channel and just keep putting out content here. I try to do a lot. I mean, I try to actually do content that's going to help people, and I hope that's panning out that way for you guys. Um, I try to take time during jobs to. Why do I do it? Because people did it, because that's what I looked for when I was starting off. Just some advice, tips, tricks, and stuff when I started climbing. As crazy as it sounds, like it does help to get to do some research online and discover different new ways and good ways to do things. So if you feel led, it would help support the channel. All right, so what I'm doing is taping these wires in here. It's kind of dark for you. This is a dark helmet. Like I said, I'm just taping these wires in. I'm about done. Then we're gonna see what the final product looks like. Jeanette, you like it a lot. Reminds me of Jim Carrey video. That's because it is Jim Carrey. Love that movie. I like it a lot. We use a lot of GIFs, me and my buddies, to communicate. It's a lot of fun, and I use that GIF all the time. It's hilarious. I like it a lot. So again, oh sorry, you guys can't even see it. So I'm just taping this up. I know this is kind of drawn out or whatever for like normally you edit out this stuff doing a pre-recorded video, but like I said, to me this is kind of an opportunity for people to talk and ask questions or whatever if you're new in the industry, and um, you got my attention here. I got to be doing this anyway, so I do some reading in the comments. Velcro nature's duct tape. It's true though. It's definitely true, Evan. Jason, am I still sharpening my saws perfectly? I use a bench grinder. I don't know if that makes it perfect, but I use a bench grinder. I like it a lot. Works good for me. Get a pretty good product out of it. Bench grinder is definitely good if you don't feel comfortable on a hand file. Bench grinder is the way to go, and you can like, especially if you hit some serious rocks, dirt, or whatever. It's really a good way to reshape the chain or the tooth, get them back all to the same size. Because it's it's like machining basically. Let me catch up on some of these. Trim oaks in the late fall, yeah, late fall or winter. I'm just reading down through the comments. Sorry if I'm kind of boring you here. I'll eat a little bit, get some water. I try to read all the comments because they're fun. Sean, thanks. I appreciate the kind words, man. Greg's giving me a hard time. He says, thanks. That reminds me, I cut up some rocks this weekend. Well, you can come and grind it. All right, so check it out. So you do have wires, but they're very minimal now. So you got this wire here, and actually you can probably tape it up a little bit more, but I wanted to give it a little bit of room to be able to maneuver the muff. Same on this side. But really, that's all you have. The rest of it's all taped up underneath, which is really nice. Actually, I'm going to tape that a little bit more, though. Super streamlined. All right. So that is your pretty much your final product there. We're gonna slap the power pack on the back and the transmitter. There it is, man. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. So that is seriously streamlined. Let's slap this on my head. I shaved. I shaved so I look 14 again. Slap this guy on here and we'll see how it fits. This is a new helmet, so I haven't had it on yet, so we'll have to adjust it. Oh, yeah. There it is. Scene is on there. Doesn't stick out much at all, especially with this little mic up here. Wow, that's like no peripheral view messing up or anything. Those earmuffs, they turn off the world. Wow. I like it. There it is. Well, while I got you on here real quick, I'll just throw the visor on too. It's a sweet little visor. I got a mirror visor. So we'll slap that on there. You see this? That way when I'm talking to customers, I look like Arnold. And they're like, hey, can you cut that branch for free? And I'm like, I cannot. Actually, I probably see, yeah. But don't tell them that. Catch up with the comments. All right, let's throw this on here real quick while I'm here. What time is it for you guys, wherever you're at? Hit me with some time zones. Hey, these are marked. Okay, there's a little R on it for right. Okay, I made a mistake first time I did this to not pay attention to that. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't not pay attention. Come on. 21, 23, 9, 23. $2:23 a.m. England. That's committed right there. 21:23 Maine. 6:24 Hugo. Good deal. What was the one question? What's your favorite climbing kit, Joe? So you mean like a specific piece of gear? Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're asking me? Like a specific piece of gear? All right, so we're gonna slap this you can't see the visor. There we go. Kevin, it's 9:23. So we got that on there. I think these go on the outside. I want to make sure, but I think so. So these have these little spacers. I'm pretty sure they go on the outside. I'm gonna grab some Loctite because if I don't, this is not gonna. They might come out of there. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Hey, Pete and Case. Good night. Have a good one, man. All right, I'm back. Actually, I'll leave this down here. Jaden Anderson. I'm going for the Jaden Anderson look. What's the Jaden Anderson look? Oh, the mirror visor, maybe? Possibly. Might be what you're referring to. I've had these screws come out before, so I want to throw a little bit of Loctite on them. See if that helps this time. Hopefully I did that right and put those on the, you can't see, sorry. Put those on the, I think these go on the outside. I think that's what they're for, the spacers. This is where you can see it, spacer on the outside. There's a little notch for it. Attach that on there. Doesn't want to stay, so I'll hold it. All right. All right, if you're watching this video and you haven't said anything yet or commented, I'm calling you out. You got to comment, say hi, say something. Okay, all those who are watching but haven't said anything. This is your time to say hello. Come on, get on there. There we go. That went in there. Now I think it should be good. Tighten that down in there. Really don't want those coming out. That feels like it when it clicks in. That's what you want to see. Good stuff right there. Cody, just got on, but what's up? Hey, how you doing, man? We're just having a good time installing the system on the helmet here, Husqvarna helmet. Putting on a Cena system. Brand new Cena system on a brand new helmet with a mirror visor. This is my Arnold Schwarzenegger visor. So when a customer asks me to do something I want to, I could just look at him and be like, no. Let's see who says hello. Outlaw Star. Hello, Joe. How you doing? Good to see you. Can the phones be paired? Yes. Phones can be paired to this. I answer my phone all the time in the tree. Cody, I don't know if I said hi, but how you doing? Just got on. What's up? Cliff, hey. Thanks for commenting. Give some thumbs up. Love it. Steve, hello. I'm looking at comments over here in case anybody wonders. I'm trying not to look away from you, but it's so much easier to look at the comments on this big screen. Steve. Anybody else? Ramp this up by firing up a saw. I got kids sleeping upstairs, man. I can't be doing that. Or I would. I would, though. I'm sorry. Actually, I have a joiner sitting here. This is my seat when I'm doing my videos. I can run the joiner for you. That makes some noise. I'm just kidding. What was I doing? I was doing something important here. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much a wrap on the helmets here. So I will. I think that was pretty good. I like that. So now at least you guys got to see a little bit of how to install the systems on the helmet, make it a little bit more streamlined. So All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap. I think we're about an hour there. Yeah, so we're about an hour. So I think I'm gonna call a wrap on the video, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the tree talk. Hope you guys enjoy the videos. I hope that helps. So maybe someday, if you guys are gonna install a system on a helmet, you guys can do it like that, and it'll work out good for you. So if you have any questions, shoot me a comment. I'll leave the video up. Do I do woodwork too? Yeah, I do. Just in the winter when things slow down, I try to do some woodwork. More keep me sane when things are slow. I made a table. I put it up on my Instagram. You can check it out. That was pretty cool. River table made out of epoxy. Good stuff. Um, good show, man. Thanks. Hey, thank you. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. All right. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for your support and hanging out, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care. Have a good night.